So, welcome to another edition of the VGHL podcast, guys. Episode number 4 on the year. Season is 1 week underway, and we'll be going over the standings of both leagues today. Be sure to go check out the VGHL Club League and sign up and shit. So, it's just me and Chai here today. We might have Czech or some other people joining us here in a bit for the NHL. But,
just keep in mind, checking out the club stuff means you have to go on the site.
Yeah. Use the site more. So, got Ottawa off to a 7-0-1 start. Washington giving them that one loss after Washington's 6-0 start. Ottawa's 28 goals for and 8 goals allowed. Let me bring up the power rankings here.
I'm going to pull up stats.
This will be good for everyone since I haven't posted the power rankings yet.
Stat-wise, none of them really look like they're standing out exactly, so it doesn't really look like they're winning games big by any means.
No. The first one was 6-1 over Boston. And after that, everything, other than their last game against Washington, which was 6-0, everything was close.
The fuck page is that?
It's the power rankings we haven't posted yet. Gotta make a new module on the site for him.
Fair enough.
Courtesy of Knights 29, guys. So that brings up Toronto in second, 6-2-0, 31 goals for, 21 goals allowed. I think Ottawa's biggest stat that stands out is only 8 goals allowed.
Fair enough.
That's only 1 goal per game. I mean, when you're doing that, you're gonna win. So Voigt's been pretty solid there. Let's bring up his stats exactly. You got him up?
Yeah. Roy is 7 games played, 4 goals, 10 assists. It's a plus 15.
Okay. Inglis played 3 games, 3 assists, plus 6. Yeah, man. That's why they're winning right there. They only have 28 goals allowed, which most teams have just as much as. But
Oh, and one was a
man.
forfeit win, too, from what I hear.
Probably. I mean, it was week 1, which was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
I believe Buffalo forfeited.
Oh, yeah. Probably, since its executioner is telling me this.
Yeah. So next was Toronto in the Atlantic with a 6-2-0 start. 21 goals allowed, 31 goals for. So they scored more than Ottawa right there, but they allowed a lot more. Home 3-0-0, road 3-2-0. So Vegas doing well on the home connection, it looks like.
Huh.
Who would have guessed that he'd do well?
I think Rich has practically the same team put together as he usually does, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's pretty close, that's for sure. Vegas going 2.88 points per game so far this season in all 8. 10 goals, 13 assists. Anyone else on the roster that stands out to you?
I'm just switching stats over to them. I got like 4 fucking tabs open here.
Gross.
Everything looks pretty average right now. I mean, some Reaps, I'm surprised to see only be at 1.25 points per game.
Yeah, Rich himself is only at 1.8.
Yeah. So from the looks of it, looks like Vegas doing all the work there.
Yeah, and you got Tampa Bay riding right behind them at 5-2-1, only 1 point back, but only 21 goals for. They're at a negative goal differential. Who did they get killed by to be at a negative goal differential?
Oh no, all it takes is one really shitty game.
Yeah, but in any case, you got Philadelphia, who pulled ahead of Washington in the very last day of the week here. Both 6-2, but Philadelphia's got more goals for there. The defending Eastern Conference champions. Why the fuck am I in VGHL? Then Washington started off the week 6-0-0, and then dropping 2 games Thursday. One was demolished by Ottawa. What was their other loss? Number 2 in the power rankings lost to Ottawa and Edmonton, who Edmonton's also on fire in a top 6 team. Toronto is currently number 3 in the power rankings, and then we get to our first Western team in Colorado at 4.
Our game against Colorado the other night, I felt we easily could have won, but we had probably the worst lineup I probably could have made. On the ice. I was on left D. So what's that tell you?
You should know better than that.
You gotta get people their games, man.
Nah, take the fines.
True.
Take the fines, win games. PNC had an odd week with some weird losses and some good wins, going 5-3-0 to be third in the Metropolitan. I think PNC is one of those guys we all agreed will get his roster figured out and get those wins together somehow, one way or another. And you got Detroit and the Islanders tied for a wild card spot here. And Buffalo, after their rough week of getting people to show up, and the Rangers behind. I mean, Buffalo's only played 6 games, so they can still come up and surprise people here. 22 goals for in the 6 they played, with only 13 goals allowed, with +9 differential. I mean, they look like a playoff team so far.
Well, keep in mind, just like every year, there's always 1 or 2 teams in each conference that just gets their fucking shit pushed way the fuck in every game. And that's pretty much why statistics end up looking the way they do.
Mm-hmm.
Well, fuck. We'll get to Montreal. Obviously, they're clearly one of them.
So straight to that, Boston, the surprise team, only going 2-6 on the week after the proclaimed fact that they're going to win the cup. They drop all the way to 27th in our power ranking, down 16 spots. Their only wins coming against 3-2 Edmonton, which is ranked 6th in the power rankings, and then 4-3 against the New York Islanders. So they're putting up enough goals to win most of the time, but they just can't keep them out of their own net.
Well, week 1's always hard. I don't know about everybody else, but I don't think my team played one preseason game, let alone any OTP or club with each other at all.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of teams, you always got that whole, it's just a matter of getting used to each other deal. Then you got your teams that are built around guys who might not be studs, but they've all played together for 3, 4, 5 years, and they win because of chemistry.
Yeah, for sure. And that's how it goes. It's all a matter of how you build your team. And you got teams we don't need to talk about until they do worse or better. Carolina, Columbus, the Rangers, Florida. We'll let them figure this stuff out, and we'll move on to the Western Conference here. Dallas, the other surprise team at the bottom here, after Czech said they're going to win the Central. Negative 16 goal differential and 2-6 in the week. Let's check out the power rankings and see where they're at. Dallas is just one spot above Boston at 26. Dropped 6 spots from last season. And wins coming 1-0 against Florida and 6-3 against the New York Islanders. And they're letting up a lot of goals. Let up 8 goals to Colorado, 0-4 loss to Toronto, 1-6 loss to Pittsburgh, 4-7 loss to Anaheim. I mean, that's a lot of goals allowed right there. 35, ranked 29th in goals allowed in the league.
Well, considering their goalie is our very own CJ, oh, that's a shocker.
So you got Colorado leading the West right now, along with Edmonton, ranked 3-6 in our power rankings. Edmonton's got 37 goals for, so they're putting up the points even with the right wing on IR right now. 17 goal differential, 6-1-0 at home. I mean, Edmonton's the team that a lot of us said was a surprise team. They have a very complete roster. And they're definitely getting the points for that. Toffoli has turned out to be a great draft pick for them. One of the top centers in the league so far. Let's pull up his stats here. Toffoli's 8 games played, 11 goals, 13 assists for 3 points per game, and a +18. And that's a great debut for some guy coming up on his rookie contract here.
For sure.
Especially out of the draft and not ELC'd. Then you got San Jose coming right behind him. Porgy putting some wins together. 5-3-0. 24 goals for, 20 goals allowed. That differential is pretty close.
Yeah, the West seems to be a lot more even than last year.
For sure. It's pretty much anyone's game.
Granted, it's only week 1. Hard to really say a lot. It's not like a ton of data's there just yet.
Yeah. Carm played 4 games for San Jose this week. 2.75 points per game. And there it is. See what A Convict did for him. A Convict played 5, it dropped down to 1.6, so it looks like he moved back and played some goalie now. Or not goalie, but lefty. And you got Calgary right behind him, who's a surprise team. None of us thought they'd be doing this good.
I don't even know who the fuck they have.
That's Snagster and Knights bringing up a bunch of Snagster's friends, it looks like. Got NJ Devils 30 on left wing for 6.5. Rub My Duck at center for 4.5. And,
that sounds awful.
Hey, they've been putting points, man. Rub My Duck, 6 games played, 2.33 points per game and a +7. NJ Devils, 8 games played, only 1.75, but they're winning. Let's bring them up on the power rankings here.
How does their goaltending doing?
Let's check it out.
Oh, Dragon Skull's 3-1, T-Bod's 1-3. I could have called that.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
Yeah, T-Bod has the higher save percentage. That's strange.
Hey, it happens. Gets more shots on him.
Not according to the stats.
So Calgary's at 16th in the power rankings here. And looks like all of their games other than one win was close. 0-1 loss to Nashville. 2-3 overtime loss to Philly, 2-3 loss to Toronto, and tough game 1 of the season was the 0-4 loss to San Jose. And in the Central, we got Colorado, Winnipeg, Minnesota. Winnipeg is a -2 goal differential so far.
Yeah, I think I'm just starting to confuse LG and VG.
Yeah.
I can't remember who the hell we fucking played.
That's why you only play one. I'll bring up who you played when we get to your team here. So Winnipeg was 5-3, but negative goal differential. So let's look at their points here. Winnipeg is ranked number 11th in the power rankings, down 5 spots from where they were last season. 1-4 loss to Edmonton, 1-4 loss to, I suppose it's supposed to be Carolina, the CAL, and a 2-7 loss to Chicago. And that loss to Chicago has hurt them bad. And Minnesota is coming in at 4-3-1, just 1 point behind them with a +3 goal differential. So let's see about them here. Minnesota is coming in at the 14th spot, just behind Vancouver. 2-5 loss to Chicago, 3-4 loss to Tampa Bay, 2-3 overtime loss to Columbus, and 2-4 loss to Carolina. Playing solid there. They put up a 5-0 win against Nashville and a 6-3 win against Vancouver, who's the team ahead of them in the power rankings here.
Yeah, they started to, they made some trades, started to put together solid teams. Basically, Ross has given Dinah a little bit more pull than I ever gave them. And they're getting guys that Dinah is very familiar with playing with. So they got Murlock, Sean.
Yeah, it's that chemistry.
Yeah.
And in the wild card spot, you got Vancouver and Chicago. 2 teams predicted to do pretty well here. Vancouver was ranked, 11th? 13th in the power rankings.
It looks like a 3-way tie there.
And Chicago is 12th in the power rankings.
4-way tie. No, 3-way.
And then trailing them, you got, me in St. Louis and Anaheim. Both of us, 4-4. Tied with Chicago, but they got more goals for than us.
Yeah, I got more goals for than you. Why the hell are you above me?
Because I'm better than you.
Oh, no, that's
simple as that.
typical Castro.
Last year and you
Come on,
weren't.
fix your fucking website, Castro.
Because I was in the playoffs last year and you weren't. Simple as that.
I gave it to you.
Sure you did. That's what they all say.
What are we on now?
We're 18th and 19th in the power rankings, though. I mean, some tough love from Knights in those.
Well, let's take a peek. What do we got? I think Dom made quite a few moves already.
We'll read what Knights wrote about both our teams here.
Sure.
For St. Louis, goals seemed hard to come by for St. Louis, but they fought for a 500 week. All 4 losses were to top 10 teams. And for Anaheim, like Chicago, the Ducks are a Jekyll and Hyde team. Couldn't get into a groove and put 2 wins together on any given night. 4-4 isn't a bad start, though.
Well, we definitely had issues. Like, was it the other night? Or I think it was night 1. Actually, we lost to LA, who I was anticipating being a little bit easier, and then ended up beating Toronto, which I thought was going to be a very tough game. You know, we're having a lot of opposite day shit happening.
Yeah, I mean, look at, what was it, Wednesday for you? You had a 2-7 loss to Edmonton, and then came out and put 7 goals up against Dallas.
Part of that
And just like
Edmonton.
Monday, you got 0-4 loss to New Jersey and then a 5-3 win against Toronto.
Yeah, part of for that Edmonton game, for instance, part of that is having a certain guy that we traded to Chicago who was pulling a fucking class act and just going MIA half the game. You just see his fucking center sitting there doing nothing because he's busy telling me on Skype, I want to trade.
That's always fun.
Yeah.
And then Arizona trail on the bottom. I mean, I think they're a decent team. I mean, we played them and they seemed a lot better than they did last season, but wins just seem hard to come by for them this first week. So
I don't know what it is with them. Do they have zero offense? Do they have shit defense and a shit goalie? What's their? I mean, they got the number one draft pick with Embiid, who didn't even go 2 points per game. He's a minus 11.
well,
I'm kind of shocked to see. I mean, the two guys that are 2 points per game. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
for sure. Who are those guys? I can tell you.
Bold and Evan.
Yeah, no, not a fucking clue.
Exactly. But hey, the one guy's got 100% shooting percentage. I'm assuming he's a D-man because he's only taken one shot.
Yep. Well, we'll move on to player statistics here and go over the top players of the week here for you guys. Got Toffoli and Teagill. Toffoli's name is now Gaudreau on the site. 3.13 and 3 points per game respectively in their 8 games. Mr. MVP had 3.33 in his 6 games. Solid 500K player there, putting up 3.33. Dom squad coming in at down to 2.5. Rises at 2.75 for Edmonton. Carlson's 2.75 for Colorado. Skills is at 3.33. Hypey has played 5 games at 4 points per game and a plus 11 here. And we can get down some of the other standouts. Jeff is 4.67 points per game in his 3 that he played. Reps putting up 3.2. I mean, Florida is putting up points like it's like nobody's business, but they apparently cannot get the wins to match.
Well, it all depends on, and do you have a shit goalie and shit defense mixed with a bunch of fucking cherry pickers, or,
I'll move on to defense here. Fu Mancheesy at 2.13 points per game and plus 6. It's pretty hard to be averaging 2 points per game. White's also at 2 points per game and 7 he played. The G-Dog 1.5. DeParent's 1.43. Fat Man Little Coat. Guy coming up from the AHL to be a captain and just being a very unknown player, coming in at 1.67 points per game on a moderate team, 3 goals and 7 assists, all at defense, plus 6 and 2 penalty minutes on a losing team. So that's something. Got Donkey X and Knees, the D partner over in Philly, 1.29, 1.5 games, plus 3, plus 4. Then you get some of the negatives here. Got Jack Bauer in Arizona at negative 14. Romer in Boston at negative 13. See any that stand out to you?
Not really. It's week 1. Frankly, none of this really. Part of it, like I said, it's everybody trying to figure shit out still. Half of these guys who are on the top, I already know ain't going to finish there.
And now we'll go to goalie. Got Now Baby with an .889 save percentage for to end week 1 here. Whole bunch of plus 800, 8%, 800, whatever it is. Zim D-Man 5-0, now 4-0. First guy to play all 8 games, San Jose 01, went 4-4 with only a 6.48. That's 3.79 goals allowed. That's not good.
Nope.
Jay Dragoon went 4-1 for Washington.
But then again, to try to say that San Jose is bad compared to Now Baby, who's probably seeing, 36 shots against. I'm going to say probably only 8 of those are actually good quality scoring chances.
For sure.
So, we saw that last year in San Jose. Borge and Roy, by no means were any of their goalies any fucking good. It was just they were very good defensively. And goalie doesn't think you can fucking put any jackass in that, like TRD, and he'll put up points.
That's why I'm happy about my goalie. 6 games, 87 shots against, and 75 saves.
The fuck is your
Falk?
How's my goalie doing?
Yours is right above Deadly Nasty at 54 shots a lot attempted and 39 saves.
Oh yeah, and I had to use Sulfin that one night. That worked out great.
Of course, I'm sure it did. Let's check out Broadway. 619 save percentage in 5 games, 63 shots attempted, and 39 saves.
We might have to shut down his radio show. I don't think he should be allowed.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see where he gets his saves at. So anything else you want to talk about before I get the AHL guys in here?
Yeah, just remind him not to bring up my goals.
Got it.
Because I don't want to talk about that shit.
We'll talk all about the goals the entire podcast. Okay, let's get the AHL guys to join the call here quick.
Yep, and I'm going to go smoke.
And we'll go to a music break while we get the AHL guys in here for you.
Sure. Well, where's your fucking music?
It's on.
Oh, hear shit.
No, now they hear you instead of the music.
Well, that's probably better for them.
There's one.
What's up?
Howdy. What's going on? Where's Balin at?
I have no clue.
Well, it looks like it's going to be the entry show today.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Man, nobody? Fuck.
Let's get started here. So, welcome entry to the entry show. We're gonna be looking at the standings here of the AHL and just give a quick overview. Probably take about 15 minutes or so, look at maybe some standout players, and be on our way. So, first things first, we see Binghamton on top with only 7 games played. Want to give us some input there?
I don't know much of what they've been doing so far, but I know they've done a lot of trading already.
Yeah?
And looks like they score a lot.
37 goals for and only 18 goals allowed. 19 differential.
I would imagine. I don't know much. Frank, let me see his stats. See how he's doing. He's looking for an assistant. Oh, Lord. See, he got... Oh, see, his numbers aren't a 1.67 and a plus 15. I don't know. A lot of trades. I don't even think that many of the people on the roster have stats on this team right now.
Then we got Providence, who's a team that isn't too much of a surprise, coming at 8 games played. 6 wins, 2 losses, 34 goals for, and 19 goals allowed for a 15 differential.
Those guys were there last season, I think.
Yep.
They were successful too. I know that Chico's really good at forward. I don't know what Matt is playing, but I see probably all chemistry. Haven't seen them in game yet, but it's not a shocker to me either.
Moved to St. John, which is always a shocker to everyone, being in the Montreal organization and actually getting wins. Got
St. John's.
Oh, do you like that? And Saucer 16. They got 5 wins, 3 losses, 32 goals for, and 26 goals allowed. They're pretty even.
Yeah, I don't think they've won games that big. They're more chemistry. I shouldn't say it surprises me, but they're not that skilled players with chemistry, so it kind of does surprise me. Hey,
wins are wins.
Oh yeah, they're goalies, huh? I don't see them having a very good back end. That's probably why they get scored on a lot, obviously. Yep. But
26 goals allowed. It's a lot more than most people here.
The even number doesn't surprise me.
Move on to the Metro with the Charlotte Checkers here.
I expected it. Cam's good. I didn't expect Spencer to be going like he is, to be honest. But Cornect, I think, has like 4 or something. I'm gonna look exactly.
Yeah, Cam's got 2.83 points per game here.
Yeah, I think that's the lowest out of their forwards. Yeah, Cornect. 14 goals. Whew.
Yeah, 5 games, 14 goals, 13 assists, 5.4 points per game, and a +8. So,
Spencer has a 3.63 with a +8.
Yeah, Cornect is on fire there.
If that forward line keeps doing what they're doing, then they'll be a good team. As the numbers show, they score a lot, so
Next, we got the Hershey Squirts with 6 wins, 2 losses, 37 goals for, and 19 goals allowed. So,
surprise.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. We the North running a team and putting 6 wins together on opening week. I don't see any good players on their team really that I know of.
No. Chemistry, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, it's got to be.
What's their numbers? See, even their numbers are pretty good. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
Surprise.
Now we're going to DeFerris and Albany here.
Shaky start. They pulled together that record, and they've been through a little bit already. Another roster Tech. I don't know how he's doing. 5-2-1. What's their? See, they're -5. -5, so they don't put up crazy stats, and I don't know. I honestly surprised with the numbers that it shows.
Yep. And then go to the wild card, Syracuse and Toronto, both at 4-4, and you got Rochester coming at 3-3-2 right behind them. So let's check out Syracuse here first.
Syracuse. Who's that? Is that Thunder? He left already? Oh my.
J-Man Penn's the assistant, no captain.
If he doesn't make changes soon, it's probably gonna be worse than 4-4 every week, in my opinion. I don't know how they have that record. It's been pretty rough.
Yeah.
If he can pull something together, they'll be all right.
What are they only got a +2 goal differential, so.
I don't. It's gonna be tough to keep it even or better.
For sure. And you got Toronto Marlies.
Another team. This team is much like the St. John's. Looks like nobody flashy, but shook.
They're a bunch of, average guys. They got chemistry to put it together for sure.
Potential for sure, yeah. I expect them to go up. They'll do better, I think. Wigs.
Fucking Castro, why won't your site work?
Thanks, Chad. Thanks for the input.
What we got there?
You got the Rochester Americans coming with Braves fan and Schminky. I think they were off to a great start and then fell a little bit, if I remember correctly. You got some
I'm surprised.
Popular names on there, but can they all come together and score? That's the question.
Very surprised they had that tough of a week, really. I expected, I don't know. Who do they got here? They got Hootie just recently got signed. That's going to help them. They still got that 2.25 overpaid cracker. I don't know why.
Yeah.
But I don't.
Good old light the candle.
We already went over him.
Black Fire has not appeared in a game yet, I don't think.
Yeah, the last 2 seasons, I know availability's been tough for him.
I expect better. They're gonna be fine.
Then coming up in the bottom of the East, you got Grand Rapids, 1-6-1, 22 goals for, 50 goals allowed. You can thank my team for putting up 11 against them.
Grand Rapids, the S. Jackson. I didn't expect much better, to be honest.
Portland's coming at 1-6 with 7 games played, 17 goals for, 32 goals allowed for -15. And Bridgeport is 6 games played, 0-6, 15 goals for, 37 goals against.
Bridgeport, well, not Portland first. I don't know. That's not a surprise either, but on paper they might be able to pull together, but I don't see it happening really. Bridgeport, their initial team was a bunch of inactives, so they had to forfeit a bit, I think. So I expect them to start doing better, but 0-6 isn't easy to go quick. So they're gonna have to go game night by game night. Really.
Yeah, for sure. And then move on to the West. Central Division, we got Rockford 6-2 and 0. 36 goals for, 17 goals against with a plus 19 differential. What do you think about Rockford?
Concept. I expected this.
Minimum roster here. What's the $10.5 million D pairing doing this year?
Let me see.
Headshots put up +7 with 1.25 points per game in his 4 games, while Riz has put up 2 points per game with a +9.
That's no surprise, really. These guys should be consistent. They got the 2 veteran management, so I expect them to keep going at this rate.
I'll go move on to the Manitoba Moose.
They
had
started
5 wins, 3 losses, and a -1 goal differential.
This is
seeing String King.
This shocked me, really. They started 5-1, and I was surprised. They got a junior DC guy started really hot. I'll see what he's doing now.
And they picked up Shane after his buyout.
Snipe Shot's been doing really good. What is it? Their goal differential is minus what? 2? -1, okay. Yeah. I don't even know, to be honest. These guys...
The Milwaukee Admirals at 4-2-1 with a -2 goal differential.
Trouble kid. Yeah, I don't know. These guys were... How's their back end there? The Red Wings guy? What are they? 4-2-1.
With a negative goal differential as well. I don't know too much about them, so it's all you.
Probably going to be inconsistent. They'll be bouncy. They got 2 goalies. I don't see doing anything special, really. Trouble kid. Yeah, they won't stay this high, in my opinion.
You got Iowa right behind them at 4-3-1.
I thought they would do better. Those are the French squad there. They were they've been doing some trading, but they just picked up Mabster, who's good forward and goalie. They got Wade over there. He's good. A lot of chemistry, so I expect better. They're gonna start going up the rankings.
Okay, and then we'll move on to the Pacific here with Bakersfield Condors. They were 7-1 with 32 goals for and only 13 goals allowed.
Well, yeah. First reason is because I'm on D. That's why. But Holtzy, big reason why we even have that record. His stats are incredible. He's been doing crazy. But we've built some chemistry. I'm hoping to keep it up. Holtzy's got a 1.30 goals against, 6-0. So
how about the guy you stole from me?
Who's that?
Dead.
Now you're dead. Oh, I love that guy on D with me, man. It's my buddy. I'm sorry I stole him from you. Yeah, I think we'll be this consistent, but
it's a 3-way tie in the
caught.
Pacific right now. Springfield and Stockton both at 7-1 as well. Both at a plus 20 goal differential, which is better than yours, by the way.
Yes, and actually Springfield has less goals against. Holy shit.
So we'll move on to Springfield first here.
They beat us. They won. They look really good. Not on paper, but in game they look really good. I still don't agree with that 5.5 guy, but it
Keep talking.
looks to be doing pretty good. Yeah, 2 games he played for that contract. I don't know, but they'll be good all season, especially how they beat us. Yeah, for sure.
And what about Stockton? The Heat.
I didn't even know a thing about these guys till the season. I don't.
They're 7-1.
7-1.
Better goal differential than you. You better know about them.
He's sitting here fucking. I don't even know much.
They got LaSalle,
Chemistry.
the other guy stolen from me, and
What is it? Did they score a lot? Yeah, they do score a lot. I would have never guessed that. This surprise team. This could be a toss-up, really. I don't know. 7-1. They got to be good. So I have no clue. I still don't know who they are.
And you got Utica trailing in the wild card spot, 5-2-0, +9 goal differential, 31 goals for, 22 goals allowed. Know anything about Utica?
Little. You got Kinfolk. I don't know if he's been playing net. Dirty Deuce, playmaker. 5-2. Their management is all right. I don't know. Another team just like Stockton. Don't know much. But they're 5-2, so. I have no guess.
And then move on down to another team I see, the Chicago Wolves, with only 5 games played, but they're 3-2 and put up 25 goals for in those 5 games.
Oh boy, these guys love me. They've been together for a while, so I hate saying it, but they're gonna end up doing good, only because it's your team. So, but high voltage is sick in net. So,
yeah. We got another we got a special guest here to tell us about the San Diego Gulls. Chai, take the stage.
And shit to tell you about them. Management quit, and everybody can keep messaging me and asking what's going on, and I'll keep saying take a forfeit win because I don't give a fuck.
Got 8.75 million cap. You can get someone to run it.
Yeah, well, I've posted threads on the forum, whatever, and not one person has responded yet. So
you got Broad Shadow 13 on your roster. He'll run it for you.
I haven't even looked at the roster, to be perfectly honest. I don't know what kind of time the league thinks I have in the day, but
all of it.
Get fucked.
And got San Jose Barracuda 0-7-1. And California Coast teams are not doing well.
Well, hey, my team hasn't even been given a chance. I'll claim this right now. If I find a captain within the next, fuck it, I'll call it 4 days, the Gulls will make the playoffs.
Okay. Gulls are gonna make the playoffs as long as Chai finds a captain, guys.
No, you know what? They've made it to the Calder Cup the past 2 seasons. They'll make the Calder Cup again.
Oh, for sure.
Not going to tell you why.
Okay. Why not?
Shenanigans.
Shenanigans? I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans. Okay. We'll go look at some of the top players really quick here. Start with forwards, top 10, top 25, I guess, because I'm already set there. So, N. Spencer and Cornact for Charlotte, obviously, 29 points and 27 points, 3.63 and 5.4 points per game. You got Jay Skis with Rockford at 3.67. We the North is scoring 3.5 points per game. Then go down, we'll skip down to the Marlies here with Wiggs and Hat Trick Legend at 3.33 and 2.5. Another Hershey Squirt Light the Lamp at 3.8 points per game. That one's for you there, Chai.
Huh?
Light the Lamp at his 3.8 points per game.
I don't know who the fuck that is.
Got Mabster going for Iowa, 4.5 points per game in his 4 games. Reaper for Chicago, 3.6 in 5 games. Anyone stands out to you, Entry?
What's that? Sorry.
Anyone that stands out to you here in the top forwards?
As a surprise, Mil Bossy. We the North, surprise. Mabster is doing really well. Reaper will probably stay 3+. For the most part, it's pretty standard.
Move on to
Surprised
defense.
Kid
Here.
Money's not there, huh? Shit.
Well, one thing I'm noticing with
Kids are
the
playing some
AHL,
defense.
especially Rochester, like that Rochester team seems to be put together of mostly failed NHLers. And then I'm noticing a lot of these guys who are in the top of the statistics that were top dogs in the AHL last season as well, but apparently weren't good enough for the NHL level.
So then, moving to defense, we got Papa Demo, who is scoring 3.75 points per game on defense in his 4 games played at +11. Got Hriz, who's +9, 2 points per game. Braves fan, 1.5 points per game, +1. Any of that stand out to you, Entry?
Papa Demu. 3.75.
Yeah, on D.
If he keeps that up, this dude's, I don't even know. Braves fan, he's a good D man. Hi-Riz is good. That D pairing is pretty crazy. But yeah, that only thing that stands out crazy is that 3.75 in 4 games. That's 4 games, not even like 2 where your team blew them out and you had a crazy stats because of 2 games. It's 4, so.
And then anyone else that stands out to you here?
Not really, no.
Okay, we'll move on to goalies then. So we see Holtzy with 2 shutouts and an .879 save percentage, 1.3 goals allowed. Cosmo was an .815 with 2.37, 6-2 record. Then we'll go down to Bob Go Lucky, who's 4-0, .885 save percentage, 1.76 goals allowed. Anyone else you see here?
Bob Go Lucky was solid. I know Hansi, don't know. He had a very hot start, and the last 2 games were pretty shaky.
Yeah.
TML Nation is a surprise to me with 3 and 4. He's usually better than that. Other than that, not many surprises here.
Alright, well, I think that ends all of our AHL stuff. 2 things to announce to you guys. Don't forget about just go sign up for the club league and get all that shit signed up and get on your team, sign up your team, sign up and fill out and rosters on another team, do whatever. Just play, win some prizes. And then I just got one more announce for you that one sec.
That San Diego needs a fucking captain.
Yeah, San Diego needs a captain if you're interested in running an AHL team. And we got team stats coming next week on the site for a big site update. So stay tuned for that.
Hey, boy, clear cash.
Yep. Don't forget to clear your cash. So we'll catch you guys next Saturday, and see you then.